Any updates on players going out and a player coming in or players coming in?
Nothing really that you don't already know. I think obviously the Peter Odemwingie one seems to be progressing well. I think it's just a bit of admin I think we need to go through, and he needs to just tick a few boxes in terms of work permits and reapplying or whatever, but we don't anticipate there be any problem with that, so that should be concluded hopefully to give me the option of involving him against Sunderland if we can. Apart from that, we are where we are, I think.
So you're hopeful of a work permit and he'll be playing against Sunderland tomorrow?
Well, I hope to have the option to be able to play him, yeah. It could be a little bit tight. I think he needs to go down to Cardiff and have an appointment, and then things need to be signed off, and then hopefully he'll be confirmed that he can be available.
He was something of a star last January, wasn't he, if I remember right, in the transfer window? You're not put off by all that?
No, at all. He was very careful to make sure everything was in place to allow us to talk to him, so you can understand why he was aware of that. But we're really pleased that he's here. I think he gives us something that we haven't got in terms of his qualities, so we're pleased that we've been able to bring him here. As a gun, as well as he would have liked obviously at Cardiff, so this is an opportunity for him to get back on track, and we'll get the benefit of that.
And what about the situation with Cameron Jones?
Cameron will go to Cardiff, and will obviously get on with his career.
Is he gone, or is one thing hinged upon the other? Or?
Like I said, I think it's only just ticking boxes. I think once the admin's done, then both deals will go through.
And what about other players coming in or leaving before Friday's deadline?
We don't anticipate anybody leaving. You never say never, but in terms of players coming in, we're working actively like most managers and clubs are. We're hopeful of bringing in some players. I can't say definitely because we've been disappointed a little bit in this window in terms of targets we've gone after, and we haven't been able to get over the line, so at the moment we're a bit reticent in terms of saying yes, we'll definitely get more players in, but we'll see. I've said at the moment, and with a week to go, well, less than a week, obviously a few days to go, I think teams are playing the cards a little bit close to their chest and just seeing what other business is being done, and then moving to obviously try and get their targets. So sometimes you have to just wait for other people to do their business.
But just to clarify, it's worth Jim turning up on Friday. You are going to do something.
Oh yeah. Our fans at the gate would miss them if they didn't turn up.
You're not wrong, you know. Now, in terms of importance, you couldn't help discussing it, in your absence before you came in. This is a must not lose, isn't it?
I don't know about that. I think it's a key game. Obviously, it is a game against a team in and around us, and you always want to obviously take points off teams that are in your vicinity. We're looking to obviously hurt Sunderland in terms of points that we take off them and help ourselves. It's important that we start getting points on the road again, because we found it a struggle this year. So a good place to start is obviously Sunderland. Not easy to go there at the moment because obviously they're on a little bit of a high. I saw them against United in the semi-final. I thought they were excellent on the night and fully deserved to go through in my opinion, irrespective of the penalty situation. So they've got a lot of goodwill and confidence behind them at the moment, but we're going there looking to be positive. We want to get back on track in terms of accumulating points on the road, and we need to do that sooner rather than later.
Well, they've had a very busy week, haven't they? If you're looking back on it, getting through to Wembley and then the opposite of facing the champions.
They had the benefit obviously of going up against a team from a lower level, so that enabled them to obviously rest players after the cup semi-final. We didn't really have the luxury of that because we were up against Chelsea, so that was a little bit more difficult to do from our point of view. But we did okay against Chelsea up to a point, but they a little bit of extra quality took the game away from us, so we're not too disheartened by that. I think now focus is totally on getting a positive result against Sunderland.
It's a weird one because you look at it, you're 4 points above them, but you're 2 points away from 10th, aren't you?
That's how it is this year. Yeah, there's a distinct top half and bottom half. Usually there's different groupings of teams at the top and bottom. More often than not, there's teams tailed off around this point that won't have the capacity to stay in the league. That's not the case this year. So that keeps everybody on their toes, and you know that every game is important, which that never changes in the Premier League anyway. So every game is going to be difficult from now to the end of the year.
So is it from 10th to the bottom? Is everyone in the relegation battle then?
I think you look at it, and in terms of points accumulated by those bottom teams, then they're very, very close. So we can never say never, but our view is that we have the potential to get in the top half, so we're looking up. And if we can take points off teams at the bottom half, then that will help our cause.
If you are to hit teams away from home and pick up those points that you're looking for, do you need to, perhaps with the few days left, inject some pace into this side?
Well, yeah, I think that's fair to say. I think away from home we do lack maybe that option in behind, but we've addressed it somewhat with hopefully Peter coming to the club, because I think he'll give us more of a threat in that regard. So we recognise where we need to strengthen and what qualities we want to bring to the squad, but recognising them and actually being able to address them is a little bit different. So we'll keep working out from now to the window and see what happens.
And finally from me, how far are you away from showing the fans the team that you wanted, moulded in the way that you want them to play?
I think it's still early days. I mean, we've had 20 games. I've been pleased with what we've been able to do. I don't think it's been reflected in our points total in terms of how we performed over the course of those 20 odd games, but we'll get better as we get more accustomed to what we're trying to do, and I've seen that improvement in the games that we've played already. So if we have a strong, which I fully anticipate we will, if we finish strongly, then that will help us for next year.
Just wouldn't mind asking what the details of those deals are. Is the money changing hands on either one?
No, I think it's just a straight swap or taking over each contract, I think.
And the other one was just about your team for tomorrow. What sort of numbers have you got? Injuries, issues?
Well, obviously we're not sure if Peter's available. We're hoping he is going to be. Ryan Shawcross has got an issue with his wrist. He's unfortunately got a crack in his wrist, so we don't think it's going to stop him playing. Obviously you need to some protection, but we'll get that passed by the referee, I'm sure. So he'll be free to train. Eric Peters had to come off against Chelsea, but that seems to have settled down, so we think he'll be available as well. So apart from that, and apart from the long-term injuries we have, everybody's available. Okay.
Cheers.
Thanks. That's busy out there. Just do the